lying down this morning. So make your way to a comfortable lying down position, and the legs will be long on the mat rather than bent and soles of the feet on the mat. So nice long legs, nice long arms, palms facing up preferably. And just take it a moment, perhaps shift here and there, even just to make yourself 1% more comfortable. So find a sweet spot, and when you get there, just close your eyes. Take a couple of deep breaths to allow yourself to ground and arrive in the space. And just let your body sink into the mat. Notice if there's any clenching in the jaw, and release any tension there. Soften the jaw and perhaps move it around a few times just to release any stuck energy there. Relax the shoulders. Relax the muscles in the face and around the eyes. Lovely. And then when you're ready to, we'll start taking some small movements to wake up the joints. So start circling the ankles. Rotating in one direction and then the opposite direction. Lovely. And then if it feels good, you can also add some movements in the wrists. So rotating the wrists, circular motion, waking up and smoothing out the wrist joints. And again, moving in one direction and then in the opposite direction. Carry on with the wrists and the ankles, and then if you want to add some gentle movements to the head, you can just sway your head from side to side, bringing some movement in the neck. Lovely. And then gently come to stillness. Release everything back down to the mat. And gently and mindfully bring your knees into the chest, one knee at a time. And hug the knees, so hugging the knees, the shins with your arms. Lovely. Taking a deep breath here. And then we'll keep the right knee in the chest, bringing both hands to rest on the right knee. And we'll extend the left leg long on the mat. Deep breath here. Lovely. And then we'll take it on the opposite side. So we'll bring the left knee in, right leg long on the mat. Deep breath. Take it over to the other side, right knee in, left leg long. Left knee in, right leg long on the mat. And just take a few more in your own time. One knee at a time. coming into the chest. Warming up the legs and the hip joints here. Lovely. And then take one last round. And then again bring both knees into the chest and give the knees a big hug back to where we started. Lovely. And then we'll bring the arms to our sides, back down on the mat. And we'll extend both legs up towards the ceiling. And we'll imagine that we're on an imaginary bicycle and we'll start cycling forwards. Bending one knee and then the other. Make sure you extend the legs as far as they can go before bending them, so that we work in the hamstrings, work on loosening the hamstrings. Lovely. Couple more in this direction, and then we'll reverse. So we'll imagine we're cycling backwards. So still same movement, but in a backward direction. Lovely. Couple more like this. And then we'll bring the knees back into the chest one last time. We'll place the hands at the back of the thighs and we'll start rolling up and down on a mat, gaining momentum until we find ourselves in a comfortable seated position. Lovely. Find a cross-legged position. Just take a moment to adjust to being upright again. And we'll place our palms gently on the tops of our knees. We'll inhale deeply and we'll start circling with our spine. So drawing circles. And actually I'll move sideways so you can see a bit better. So the idea is that we want to draw big circles, and when you come back, try and really round the spine. So we're kind of doing a cat-cow action, but in a seated position. Lovely. And then if you were circling in one direction, reverse and circle in the opposite direction. Lovely. Waking up the spine here. Beautiful. And then very gently come back to stillness and back to center. Lovely. And we'll take some movement to open up the shoulders and the upper back that we know can get very tight when we're working at our desks all day. So we'll take our right hand out in front of us and we'll pretend there's a teacup sitting in our right hand. And we'll start moving that teacup and that right hand in lots of different directions. So perhaps bringing the teacup behind us, above us, sideways. The idea is that we want to create lots of interesting and non-linear movement with our hand and with our arm. Because yoga can be quite linear in its movements and can limit the way we can work on our joints. So including this non-linear movement can help very much. So just take a few more like this, moving in any direction that feels good. Lovely. And then we'll inhale and bring the right arm out into a T shape, thumbs up. Exhale, move the thumb down. Inhale, thumbs up. Exhale, thumb down. Inhale, thumb up. Exhale, thumb down. And then we'll open the hand, bend the elbow, and bring the right hand to the upper back, like so. Lovely. And then with the opposite hand, we'll start drawing large circles. Large circular movements with the left hand and the left arm. Inhaling deeply, lifting the arm. Exhale, bring it down. One more like this. Inhale and then bring the arm up. And then on an exhale, we'll bend the elbow and we'll bring the left hand to meet the right at the back. If the two hands don't touch, it doesn't really matter. The important thing is that you stay with a nice long neck and long spine. You might just want to hang on to a piece of fabric to your t-shirt if you can't reach your hands. But yeah, touching the hands isn't important here. The important thing is staying nice and straight and feeling that lovely opening in the upper back and in the arms. Take one more breath here. Lovely, and then we'll release and give the arms a bit of a shake. So you should feel this in your upper arms, or at least I do. Okay, and then we'll take it over to the other side. So this time, teacup in the left hand, and again moving in a circular motion, free movement here, whatever works best for you, feels good, just making it linear, non-linear, sorry. Lovely. And then we'll inhale, bring the left hand and arm out into a T shape, thumb up. Exhale, thumb down. Inhale, thumb up. Exhale, thumb down. Inhale, thumb up. Exhale, thumb down, and then we'll open the hand, bend at the elbow, and bring the left hand to the upper back. With our right hand, we'll start drawing big circles, working into the shoulder joint. Just feel the shoulder gliding in the shoulder socket. One more like this, and then we'll bring the arm up, bend at the elbow, and bring the right hand to meet the left. Make sure you stay nice and tall, nice long neck. And one side will feel very different to the other. This side is much easier for me, but it's different for everyone, but usually one side will feel a lot different. Breathing deeply. Lovely, and then we'll release, give the arms a bit of a shake, and we'll make our way to all fours. Spreading the fingers nice and wide on the mat. We'll inhale, come forward, over the wrists. Exhale, come back, bringing the seat to the heels. Inhale, come up and forward over the wrists. Exhale, seat to heels. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, seat to heels. And just take a couple more in your own time. Just moving back and forth, working into warming up the wrist joints here. Lovely. And then we'll meet back in a neutral tabletop. Tuck all 10 toes under. And then inhale deeply, and on an exhale, we'll make our way up to downward facing dog. Lovely. Take a few moments to find your downward dog, to place your feet, your arms, perhaps circling the head a few times. Beautiful. And then when you're ready to, we'll walk the feet to meet the hands at the front of the mat. And when we get there, we'll just hang here for a moment in forward fold, letting the head and the neck hang loose. And see what's best with your arms. You can either let your arms hang loose, or a nice thing could also be to grab hold of opposite elbows behind your knees. So just find what feels best for you this morning, but just keep a nice micro bend in the knees, of course, and let the whole upper body hang loose. Lovely. And then if you grab hold of the elbows, release that bind. And very slowly and mindfully make your way up to standing, vertebra by vertebra, until the very last thing to come up is your head. Lovely. Again, taking just a few moments to readjust to being upright. Look down at your feet, make sure they're hip distance apart, and spread your toes nice and widely on the mat. Stand nice and tall. And just bring your hands to heart center for a moment. Taking a few conscious breaths here in your mountain pose. Lovely. And we'll bend the knees. Inhale and sweep the arms up. Gaze at the fingertips. And then exhale, open the arms and drop forwards, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forwards. Pick up the right foot and send it back behind you. Drop the right knee, find your balance here, and inhale, sweep the arms up, low lunge. Up. Exhale, bring the hands down to frame the front foot. Pick up the right knee and step back to high plank. Up. And drop your knees, untuck your toes, and come down to the mat. Thighs, belly, chest, forehead. Press into the hands, into the tops of the feet. Inhale, come up, low cobra. Exhale, release back down to the mat. Tuck all 10 toes under. press into the hands, coming through tabletop, and then up to downward facing dog. Lovely. Inhale, sweep the right leg back behind you, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the right foot in through between the hands. Drop the left knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up, low lunge. Exhale, frame the front foot with the hands. Pick up the left knee. Step the left foot to meet the right foot. Hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, gazing at the fingertips. And then bring the prayer down to heart center. Lovely. Take a breath here. Observe any changes in the body, whether you can feel any energy that has started to move around the body, perhaps more heat. Lovely, and then we'll take it on the other side, so bending the knees, inhale, sweep the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold, diving forwards. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Pick up the left foot and send it behind you. Drop the left knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up, low lunge. Exhale, hands down to frame the front foot. Pick up the left knee, step back to high plank. Drop the knees, untuck the toes, come down to the mat. Thighs, belly, chest, forehead. Press into the hands and the tops of the feet. Inhale, peel up into low cobra. Exhale, come back down to the mat. Tuck all 10 toes under and press back through tabletop and then downward dog. Inhale, deeply sweep the left leg up behind you, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the left foot in between the hands. Drop the right knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up, low lunge. Exhale, bring the hands down to frame the front foot. Pick up the right knee and step the right foot to meet the left foot at the front of the mat. Hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, gazing at the fingertips. Exhale, bring the hands to prayer and release the prayer down to heart center. Lovely. And just close your eyes perhaps and just take a moment to take it all in. Let that flow just wash over you. Lovely, and then we'll flutter the eyes open again, release the hands, perhaps give the shoulders a bit of a shake. And what we'll do, we'll inhale and bring the shoulders up towards the ears. Squeeze, 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 and then open the mouth and exhale and let everything go. Let the shoulders just drop down. One more, inhale, squeeze the shoulders up to the ears. Try and squeeze the shoulder blades as well. Open the mouth and release. One last time. then one last time, we'll inhale and sweep the arms up, gazing at the fingertips, reaching for the sky. Bring the hands into prayer, and then we'll move the prayer down to the forehead for kind thoughts, down to the mouth for kind words, and down to heart center for kind actions. And we'll bow together to seal the practice. Thank you very much.